Boys, it's that time of week again. No Simp Saturdays, where we show you how to deal with these women out here.
My place is 103.
There are not just a place available in this.
It's gonna be difficult. My place is 103, and I need my place. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so disagreeable. You know?
Okay. That's the lady who plays today.
Yeah, but it's my place. But
you know.
Yeah, but you know, calm down.
Everybody wants their place.
Allez, hop. Sorry.
I give you a place.
A lot of men out there in this situation would have just accepted that she's in my place and she's a pretty girl. Well, I'll leave her alone, I'll move on. But no, you better check your female privilege. You're in my seat, so get out of here. And then I don't know what the other girl was on about, trying to stand up for her. The guy said, yes, she's in my seat. And the girl was like, yes, I know, but what? Move!
Coming in and taking care of that child. Because if you get in a relationship with that girl, what's up happening is you have to support that child that isn't yours. You build a bond and attachment with that child. And then let's say the girl breaks up with you, it's going to hurt.
What do you mean by support?
When he takes you on and that child, he's going to bear responsibility for that child as well. But the problem is that he's not going to have the same authority. He won't be able to discipline that child the way he wants because it's not his kid. So he has responsibility without authority.
I know people in real life who are going through this right now, where the fella has got with a woman who's got her own kids. He's taken them on, he's taken on the responsibility of them. He has to look after them, he has to pay for them, he has to take them out, he's got to protect them. But at the same time, the woman has confessed that she doesn't want him disciplining her kids. She said it just doesn't feel right because he's not the biological father. So therefore, he has all the responsibility without any of the authority. And this is just one of the reasons why men will typically prefer a younger girl who hasn't got any kids, because it's less baggage.
This is a problem. I literally can't open it. Let me see if I just want to see if I could open it. That
sounds like you're giving birth in here.
You couldn't either. Hold on, I'm very strong. We cannot open the jar. No, see if Scott can. I'm stronger than Scott.
What is it?
I'm sure after this they probably said, yeah, but I loosened it up for you. I'm strong and independent. It's funny when you see this and these women can't open jars, yet now men can compete in women's divisions in sports. So God help the women if there's a jar opening contest, because all the trans are going to come over to your division and destroy you.
You thought your soulmate was the guy who literally plays video games every single night?
If your partner plays video games, that's probably the best situation to be in. You want to know why? Because you never have to worry about where your partner is. They're at the house playing the game. And the thing is, if your partner loves video games that much, that is a negotiation tool that you have now. Do you understand that if you want anything done, all you have to do is say, if you get this one thing done, you can play the game for a couple hours. I promise you, they will do whatever you want.
Okay, I see the guy's point, but I don't think it's a good idea to start negotiating on what you can and can't do. The moment that you start letting your missus dictate whether you can play the video game or not, based on if you do this job, isn't really a good idea. What you should do is have a mutual understanding already on what you need to do and what she needs to do, and outside of that, you can play the video games and she can watch the Netflix serial killer documentaries. Here's the thing, women will shame men for playing video games, yet at the same time will spend hundreds of hours watching TV shows, reality television, and a bunch of crap on Netflix. They expect you to come downstairs and watch TV with them, but you don't expect them to come upstairs and play on the games with you. It's completely fine to have your own individual hobbies, as long as a man, the video games aren't taking over your entire life.
Like you said, you would think most women want honesty and communication, but he's right, most women can't handle it. And I've had to be real of like, okay, I say I don't want a man who cheats, but can I handle when he comes to me with a real conversation? I don't know what it's like to be married for 20, 30 years. You don't think in 20, 30 years he gonna have an urge to cheat? Can I handle the real conversation? But you don't think I can handle the real conversation of him? Let's say he comes to me first then. He don't cheat. He comes to me and he's like, babe, I love you. I'm really having these urges. Am I prepared for that conversation? Am I gonna make it about me and make it all personal? How could you do this to me? And how could you even? He's coming to you with real problems. And you can't handle the truth, but you signed up to do life with this person? You don't even know what you're signing up for.
Let me tell you this straight. Every man who has options has urges to cheat. Or not even cheat, but just to exercise those options. Now, whether they act on it or don't is a completely different conversation. But because the way we are built, and with testosterone being a very powerful sex hormone, it's something that's unavoidable. Now, typically, the men who disagree with this are usually the men without any options. And I also believe if you've got a girlfriend and she understands that you've got options, it makes her a better girlfriend, because no girl wants to be with a man who is not desired by other women. Women need and require that social proof to know that they have a good man, more so than the other way around.
Okay, I'm done playing for real.
I want to know how the f you calling me and you block, gang.
I miss you, and I'm not your gang. Be fair with yourself.
You're blocked. You are blocked.
Funny story, I had an ex, we were broken up for 2 months. I had some new girl messaging me at the time, 2 months later, saying that she met me from working in the bar. She was asking me to send her pics, which I refused because I didn't know who this new girl was. She was being all flirty with me when I was just trying to get to the bottom of who the hell is this new girl. Then after a few days of talking to this new girl, my ex calls me. She goes crazy at me down the phone. I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell's going on? Why are you going crazy at me? I haven't spoke to you in 2 months. Turns out the new girl who was messaging me was actually my ex, and she was trying to test me, despite the fact we were broken up for 2 months. Absolute crazy psycho. Okay, I guess that's just the effect I have on women.
Y'all cannot keep doing this. Alexa Grasso, probably one of the most nicest, innocent people to ever be in the UFC. And y'all are asking her this?
Show feet. This is muy raro. Why do you ask to show my feet? This is very weird. But yeah, I'm gonna do it because it's pretty weird. Okay, so here's my feet. Like.
I saw that and I thought Alexa Grasso is just way too nice. Like, she's not gonna say no to anybody. She's just gonna do what people ask her to do. And then I saw this video after doing a deep dive. Something tells me she's a little bit flattered by it. But then you see her dressed like the pastor's daughter at the press conference last week, and you think, there's no way, no, there's no way she's into that, no. Can't be, cannot be. But sometimes that's the biggest tell.
These simps are wild. You're on the UFC fighter's live Instagram video asking her to show her feet. What type of man are you? You know very well he's screen recorded or screenshotted that picture and he's sitting there tugging his meat non-stop to it. Get a life, fellas. To be fair, Alexa, you should make a business out of it. You'll make more money selling your feet pictures than you will in the UFC. We already know, as I covered in one of my previous videos, which I'll put up here, there's 19-year-olds making 40 grand a month from selling feet pictures with a bit of whipped cream on them. Go check it out there. UFC won't pay you 40 grand a month.
It was at this moment that he knew. He up.
Lads, stop doing these baby reveals, because you know when those pink ribbons come out, you're going to be disappointed. Let's face it, most men want boys. So if you subject yourself to this, showing your disappointment not just in front of your friends and family, but in front of millions of people on TikTok, then that's your own fault.
You simp submissive men have absolutely ruined dating. You go around liking all these half-naked pictures of women on Instagram. You DM them, you follow their accounts. The only thing you're doing is over-validating them and hyper-inflating their egos. You're literally giving them all the power in the situation. What you're telling them is, all you gotta do is be hot and I will fall for you. Just think about how powerful it would be if we could get all guys to start dating with the intention of marriage. That will force women to bring real value to the table instead of relying on their looks. All this degeneracy that we're seeing in our generation and our society would literally cease.
I couldn't agree with him anymore. Lads, here's some advice for you. If you want to purge your soul, get rid of all your demons and reset your dopamine receptors, then go on Instagram and TikTok and maybe even OnlyFans right now and unfollow all the birds that you follow and that you perv on. Cancel all your OnlyFans subscriptions and stop watching explicit material online. Honestly, the moment you stop giving these women online, on Instagram, on OnlyFans, on TikTok, validation, it'll feel like a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. As I say, it will purge your soul and fill you with vitality, and then you take that focus and attention and put it into yourself. The less time you're spending on Instagram, OnlyFans, Pornhub, then the more time and energy you've got to put into your own life and progress yourself forward. Okay, boys, this has been No Simp Saturdays. Let me know what you think of the clips down below. Here's some other No Simp Saturday episodes if you want to check them out. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe with notifications turned on because we upload every single day. Content like this and much more. If you're already subscribed, drop me a like and I'll see you all tomorrow.